So good luck, have fun to both players as we head into our final of this Sunday Go4SC2 Cup between Happy and Nerchio. Terran versus Zerg on Dusk Towers in our best of 5. So many opportunities to try out crazy things, and speaking of crazy things, we have our red Terran starting up to the top right position. It is Happy. Down in the bottom left, spawning in the blue, playing a Zerg, it is Nerchio. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm quite hyped for this. Let's see how both players are gonna approach this. Oh yes, I have to update the overlay, I guess. Give me a second. Happy. Okay. Good. So let's see. Happy seems to look like looks for a Reaper expand simply. This barracks isn't placed for a quick reactor, so I guess a Reaper. On the other side of things, we got hatchery first into spawning pool with gas follow-up. So rather safe from Nerchio. And well, actually both players, as Happy is gonna go into the expansion after this. First Reaper and the orbital command, obviously. So both players opening economically and very safe, opting for at least a 2-base push or even more, going into more macro style. So I'm very curious to see how Nerchio approaches this matchup in particular, as he has to be, he showed his other matchups so far versus Protoss to be very passive today, liked to play in the long run and, well, go into some Mutalisks with some ground defense in form of roaches and Ling combinations. Even went for some, well, he went for some Ultralisk forces versus Apocalypse. We're gonna see if he goes into that road again this time. This map is quite good actually for Ultralisk play, because you simply can relatively easy manage to defend 4 bases, because they aren't really that spread out. But on the other side, they are divided by quite some interesting paths, I could say, for ground units. So if there are drop plays, they can be very strong in multi-pronged attacks. Gonna see though, nothing out of the ordinary so far, just some reacted Halions to push back any creep or any links, and a starport follow-up rather quickly as well. I like this one. This enables different harassment paths for Happy actually, and other than Apocalypse just earlier, with this quicker starport he has the ability to make Liberators maybe to go for some harassment or go with a Medivac, and he is going for a Medivac, so we're gonna see maybe a Hellion pressure at the front or even drop into the main base, and he has some Marines with that, so we're gonna see how he wants to use his units and how he plays out this pressure. Nerchio again going for the very safe Roach Warren over here, so he is able to get some beefy units out now with the Roaches, which are very strong actually in the early game. This is always very underestimated, I feel. Roaches are very cost efficient, very cheap to get, and have, well, they buy time, you know? They simply don't die fast, so they buy just time being there, and they trade on top of that, so quite a good all-round unit in the early game. Oh, I did miss the arsenal. What is it called? I don't know. Weapons arsenal, armory, and we have halberds, and even what is inside? 4 Hellions. Okay, so a drop with 4 Hellions. This is being scouted though, and these halberds are pushing back now, so the pressure wasn't committed for Happy. He simply pulls back. I like this one. He sees there's a spine, there is defenses in play, there are roaches, and he simply pulls back, doesn't waste the units. I'm gonna see though what he's gonna do with this drop. Now dropping out here and getting quite some drones. I like this. Very nice. Gets 5 and he may be able to pick up and run again. If he's quick about that. Ooh, this is not chasing to the edge. Maybe he would have been able to get that because the afterburner was still off cooldown. Or was on cooldown. Sorry. Not off cooldown. 3rd CC. 2nd NG bay. Or is this the first? No, this is the first, but 2 NG bays coming up now. Well, he delayed a little bit his +1 and the +2. Well, +1 normally you get very early, so he delayed his stim and combat shields as well as +1, the upgrades for the bio in general a little bit to get out this pressure build, to get out the Liberator as well as the drop play earlier. But we have already Ravages. Nice position though. Is this be enough? No, this Liberator survives with 6 health. Nice pull out by Happy. And this isn't been seen. Oh, very nice reaction by Nerchio, pulling back in time. But not getting the Liberator as well. Nice reaction from Happy, pulling back the Liberator, not sacrificing it in vain. I like the play so far. Happy trying to be aggressive and yeah, not really finding the openings in Nerchio's defense, but on the other side not overcommitting his forces, so he doesn't really lose that much of the pressure he is going into so far. I don't really know why he is not getting this overload though. But he has to be careful now not to lose the Liberator. Very nice, keen eye on that one. And the upgrades coming in now. Is this Liberator moving again? Yes, very nice. So very, very good vigilance from Happy over there. Trying to drop at the same time, but being pushed away very easily. Only has a few Hellions in there, so they could morph into Hellbats, I guess, but that takes time, and Nerchio has defenses in play. He has Queens positioned very nicely. There's not really that much at the pocket expansion, but yeah. We're gonna see though. On the other side, the Mutalisks come in now, and he did not, well, have any air defense, so the Liberators are over at the other side of the map and don't really have the... They can't deal with that. Nice dive in, very nice. Has gone unseen by Happy until it was in his base. And he gets a huge chunk of SCV. 17 have been killed by the Mutalisks, and even more are going to go down over here. He doesn't really have the turret in time. Now it gets finished, but still another 5-6 workers have gone down though. Yeah, if you look at the income actually... No, this is the income I wanted to show you. You can see that right now Nerchio is in a commanding lead. So this Mutalisk harass once again has been proven to be very, very nice. Gonna see though, this drop has been forgotten, but he hasn't really the time to, and the freedom to try and micro that right now, as there is a push commencing to his front door, and I don't know if this is enough. He has a few Hellbats, okay, tanks are set up nicely, the Mutalisks are drawing back the Marine forces, so I think he should have... He kind of missed out on a huge opportunity. Now he comes back in, tries to push with all his forces to the front, through the front door. Very nice tank micro by Happy, repositioning the tanks so far. And this is a very good defense actually for Happy. Chasing down now his opponent's forces. But the bites, well, these bites have been very nice. Looking away for one moment from Happy and you got some bites in your face. Very well done, very well played. Very nice defense by Happy actually. Nerchio though not sleeping at the time, putting up his 4th base. He hasn't taken this one yet, but just a matter of time I guess. He has his very good economy with 71 drones, so the next step would to be, well, going for some extra tech there, going into the hive. But he has to remake his forces, as he wasn't really, didn't really manage to do what he wanted to achieve. But right now, once again, tries to push up the front. But Heavy, once again, with a very nice and huge tank count and the good repositioning of the tanks, simply defends this, pushes this back, and GG, Nerchio taps out. So Happy up 1-0 now versus Nerchio. Very well done by Happy. Very nice, smooth play, very clean execution in almost every fight and every kind of harassment. Map all over the place. 6 gold bases on 1-2.